Welcome back, YouTube family. We're back with another banger. Today, we're diving into yet another chapter in the never-ending saga of War Clan. Also known as the most notorious group of runaways in the entire Division 2 community. You might want to grab your popcorn for this one, because what you're about to see is the definition of embarrassing. Once again, we caught these clowns slipping, running from fights like their controllers were stuck on the sprint button. And the excuses? Oh, they're endless. But don't worry, we've got the footage to back it all up. Let's talk about this one player in particular, the so-called leader of this sad little crew, an overgrown, bizarre individual who clearly has more time to change his username than actually learn how to play the game. Yup, you guessed it. He changed his name again after we dropped him repeatedly, back to back. Every single time we catch this guy in the dark zone, he's either running away with his tail tucked or hiding behind his squad while pinging the emote wheel like it's going to save him. You would think after all this time he'd improve, but no, just more running, more excuses, and more strange behavior. What's even more confusing is how they managed to go manhunt. Nobody knows who they got it off, how long they camped for it, or how many hours they had to hide in corners to stack it up. Because when we pulled up, it was obvious. They weren't built for combat. The moment we engaged, they fell apart. We were the aggressors every time, initiating the fights, pushing hard, and forcing them to react. But instead of squaring up, they did what War Clan does best: sprint, roll, and disconnect. The only time they push square is after they're already respawning at the checkpoint. That's their entire playstyle. Now, let's get into the real uncomfortable part, the out-of-game weirdness that keeps surfacing. One of these guys proudly claimed he was from Liverpool and immediately started talking about sleeping with his own family. Yes, that actually happened. And as disturbing as that was, it gets worse. Another member, and we're not naming names, but the community knows who, allegedly made a comment about wanting someone to sleep with his own daughter. That's not just twisted, that's straight up sick. Multiple players came forward saying this was fact-checked and confirmed. Even more disturbing, people mentioned that he's not allowed near schools, which, if true, raises serious red flags. These aren't just your typical toxic gamers. We're talking about people with full-blown red dot behavior. And to make it worse, this same dude openly supports another clan member who has a history of inappropriate behavior with family members. It's baffling. When the crew you roll with has this kind of baggage, it makes you wonder if they're really playing for fun, or if they're just hiding in the game to escape the real-world consequences waiting outside. It's honestly scary to think about his daughter being around that kind of environment. No jokes here. That's just disgusting and unacceptable. But enough about their disturbing lifestyle choices. Let's bring it back to the gameplay. Even with all that drama swirling around them, one thing remains consistent. They cannot handle pressure. In this session, there were only 3 of us. 3. And even then, we had them sprinting like Olympic track stars. We clapped them so hard, so fast, that half the time they didn't even know which direction to run. And let me tell you, when we say they ran, they ran. DZ extractions, alleyways, safe zones, they were trying to vanish like Houdini, but it didn't work. We chased them down like hunters after prey, and it wasn't even close. So once again, War Clan shows why they've earned their reputation as the weakest, most cowardly group in the community. They might have all the gear, they might have the numbers, but they don't have heart. They don't have strategy. And most of all, they don't have the courage to actually fight when it counts. They're all bark, no bite. And we've got the kill feed to prove it. Drop a comment below if you've ever clapped War Clan or had a similar experience with this squad of weirdos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because trust me, there's a lot more footage coming. Until next time, keep your build strong, your squad tighter, and your enemies running scared. Just like War Clan. Peace out, YouTube family. Stay sharp.